Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside Monona Grove. High School is Monona Community Media and MGAV bring you Monona Grove boys basketball. Tonight's student AV crew: Cameron People, Sophia Ferry, Fernanda Barrios, Kaylin Bros. On graphics, Nolan Shehak. Our student director and switcher is Rory Steffens. Our MGAV faculty advisors are Brennan Hegemovich and Will Nimmo. And as always, this is Parker Hagan. Well, for one last time this 25-26 season, MG Boys Hoops has Badger Large Conference action as they close the regular season with a matchup against the Oregon Panthers. Both teams enter tonight with 14 wins and 9 losses on the season, but Oregon is a game ahead of MG in the Badger Large standings. The Panthers have a league record of 9-4, the Silver Eagles 8-5. Most importantly, though, this is an Oregon squad who lost their best player from last year in Vaughn Carvalha. Now, Vaughn transferred to a prep school in Arizona for this season and actually recently committed to play D1 college ball with the Indiana Hoosiers in 26-27, but in doing so, Oregon lost a small forward who was putting up almost 27 points a game for his hometown team last year. Taking the place of Carvalha for the Panthers in the role of scoring leader is Braden Hermsdorf, a senior who comes in tonight averaging just over 16 points a game, along with 9 rebounds a contest. Now, he put up 18 against the DeForest Norskies last Friday. He's gotten to double digits in each of his last 8 games, including a 33-point performance against Milton at the end of January and 26 points in a rescheduled contest against Stoughton. As we move into the postseason picture, Oregon earned the 6th seed in Sectional 3 of the Division I playoffs. MG drew the 7th seed, which was a 2-slot improvement over their midseason projection of a 9 seed in this 18-team sectional. Part of that rise is due to the 4-game, 20-plus point streak for Evan Lucetti, who kept it alive on Monday against Wanakee by contributing 20 of the Silver Eagles' 63 points in their win over the Warriors. They avenged the double OT loss that took place here about a month and a half ago in doing so. But one of the things that MG is going to have to work on as they head into the postseason is their turnover count. Now, I did some research, and MG's 15 turnovers a game may sound like a lot. It's actually on the good/lower end of average in high school hoops. But if MG wants to make a run like they did in this year's postseason, or like they did in last year's postseason this year, they're going to need to consistently keep that number in the single digits or lower teens, especially as they prep for games against more successful programs like Beloit Memorial, who may be their 3rd-round opponent next week if both teams can make it there. Badger Large Conference title also in the grasp for both Oregon and MG. The Silver Eagles are going to need some work to make it happen tonight, but they can clinch a share of the Badger Large Conference title with a win over Oregon, a DeForest win over Wanakee, and a Watertown win over Beaver Dam. So a lot has to happen for that to happen. For Wanakee, Beaver Dam, and Oregon, a win for them tonight clinches at least a share of the Badger Large. If the Silver Eagles win and both Wanakee and Beaver Dam lose, MG will be tied with the other 3 programs at 9-5. Regular season finale for the Silver Eagles. It is also senior night. We celebrate Blake Leach, number 2, the lone senior on this varsity program, as we thank him for all the contributions he's made to this varsity squad. And as is customary, we'll send things over now to our public address announcer, Mr. John Willauer, for the introduction of our national anthem and tonight's starting lineups.
Silver Eagles. Let's give a warm Silver Eagle welcome to head coach Chris Siebert and his Panthers from Oregon. And now let's listen to tonight's sportsmanship message by senior Blake Leach.
This is a message from Blake Leach. The WIAA expects all fans to demonstrate great sportsmanship towards players, coaches, officials, and event staff. Please allow our athletes to play, our coaches to coach, and the officials to officiate without disruption. Positive cheering creates an electric environment. Taunting, offensive language, or discriminatory comments will not be tolerated and may result in removal from the event. For For the safety of everyone, no spectators are to enter the playing floor or the team area at any time. I just want to say thank you to my coaches for pushing me to be my best and always believing in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. You've taught me so much more than just the game. And thank you to my mom and dad for all the sacrifices, the rides, the support, and the encouragement every single day. I wouldn't be here without you. I'm really grateful for all of you. Thank you.
At this time, please rise if able, remove your hats, and join the playing of today's national anthem. Well, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Oregon, at guard, a senior, number 0, Mason Hooper. At guard, a senior, number 2, Nolan Erford. At guard, a senior, number 3, Brady Hook. At forward, a senior, number 4, Brady Houston. And at center, a senior, number 4, Will Schmidt. Tonight is senior night. We would like to thank and honor our lone senior from the class of 2026 and thank him for his 4 years of hard work and dedication to the Monona boys basketball program. He was a 4-year player on our growth and was instrumental off the bench for our regional championship game a year ago. This season he has started all 23 games. His leadership and positivity have been great throughout the season, and he has turned into a fine role player. He had a career-high 15 points versus Fond du Lac at Telemark Holiday Tournament, and a couple of big baskets Monday night in our win at Waukee. He plans on attending UW-Whitewater, where he will study business and sales. He is a 6'2" senior, number 2, Blake.
Well, the rest of the MG starters go like this. Luke Chenoweth, number 3, 6-foot junior. Alex Dean, 6-foot junior, number 4. Colton Jenkins, 6'3" junior, wears number 15. And 6'3" sophomore Evan Lucetti, wearing number 33. It is Colton Jenkins opposite Braden Hermsdorf for our opening jump ball. Blake Leach starting in all 24 of his games this season. Toss and tap to Monona Grove, moving to our right here in the first half. Jenkins has it right wing, controlled by Lucetti now in the corner. Dean's got it right wing. Cross court to Leach, leaves the 3 ball short, and the Oregon student section is going to let him know about it early. That's the kind of crosstown rivalry that goes along with a game like this, especially in a regular season finale. Controlling is Hofer. Cross court goes to Schmidt. Now a drive from Hook in the paint, throws it up, got fouled. He'll shoot a pair. Opening minute first half, still no score, but a chance for Brady Hook to get the first points of the ball game as Blake Leach guilty of the contact. First free throw is off the back rim and good. Takes a friendly roll off the front iron. 1-0 Oregon, 17:26 remaining first half. Hook's got one more, lets it fly and leaves it short. Chin with the rebound. Last time these two teams met, Oregon took the win on their home floor, 58-45. You may remember just over a year ago when we were graced with the presence of basketball superstar Strictly B-Ball, an internet sensation. That game against Oregon went into OT as Lucetti leaves the layup short but gets his own miss. He'll drive again, throws up a shot, wanted a call, nothing going for him, and the rebound goes to Hermsdorf. That overtime matchup against the Panthers, 64-61 to Oregon. Good by Brady Hook on the runner. Oregon leads 3-0. 16:44 left in the first half. Dean near side goes to Chinowit. Now Jenkins up top with it to a driving Leach. Kicks back out to Lucetti. On the left elbow, brings it outside the perimeter on the far side. Lucetti left of the lane, back out to Leach it goes. Leach a drive, cross court to Luke Chinowit. Chinowit the drive, off the window, he'll score it. Off the window and good, Luke Chinowit. It's 3-2 Oregon. Just over a minute and a half into this one. Over the timeline into the front court, Hermsdorf lost it off his leg, but getting it back is number 2, Nolan Erfurt. Throws it off the window and connects. 5-2 Oregon, 16:02 left in the first half. Dean takes it into the MG front court. Now Lucetti's got it on the near wing. Colton Jenkins top of the circle with it. Gives to Alex Dean on the far wing. Dean looking to drive. Stops left of the lane looking for help. Nothing there. 5-second count going. Has Leach up top now. Jenkins into the corner. Chinowit awaits. Inside to Lucetti. Lucetti back out. Leach pull-up jumper. Left it short again. Here's Hermsdorf, grabbed the rebound, sends it ahead to Brady Hook. Hook cross-court pass, finds Will Schmidt, Oregon center. Schmidt pivoting, brings it to the left elbow, stops, kicks back out to Hook on the near wing. Hook a drive into the paint, spins, will find Hermsdorf, threw it off the window and good. 7-2 Oregon, 15:14 left in the first half. Here comes Alex Dean. Dean to Leach on the wing. Now Evan Lucetti's got it. Chinowit, right wing, drives, floats it up. Too strong off the iron. Rebound fought for. Chinowit wanted a jump ball, tried to wrestle it away. Went to the ground, nothing there. On the other side, Hook is able to get a friendly roll off the iron, and it drops through again. Oregon has jumped out to a 9-2 lead just over 3 minutes into the ball game now as Leach controls it on the right wing. Up top to Jenkins it goes. Jenkins finds Chinowit right wing. Back out to Leach in the corner. Leach looking for help. He'll find Chinowit. Swings it around. Dean tries a three. He'll get fouled. Brady Hook not happy with the call, but he's guilty of the contact, say the officials. And Alex Dean is going to get 3 shots. Chance for MG to cut into the 7-point deficit they've dug early. As Dean eyes the rim on the first and gets the unlucky bounce around and out. Still 9-2 Oregon, 14:32 left in the first half. Second free throw on the way. This one's good. And into the game come Henry Tomey and Jaden Jackson. Leach will check out. Colton Jenkins will check out. 9-3 Oregon. One more free throw for Alex Dean. Chance to go 2 for 3. Lets it fly in the third and hits. Down to a 5-point Oregon lead. They've got the basketball in their backcourt. Controlling is Brady Hook, who just got called for the foul a couple seconds ago. Looking to send it overhead. He'll bounce it to Schmidt. Will Schmidt, far side, finds Hermsdorf off the window and good. And he was pretty open on that one, was able to spin around the defender in the paint, and a nice easy lay for Braden Hermsdorf. 11-4 Oregon, as controlling is Lucetti near center circle. Now Tomey's got it for the Silver Eagles, gives to Chenoweth with some space, pulls up, mid-range J, rattles in and out, no good, and Schmidt's got the rock coming into the front court for Oregon now. Brings it to the far side. Hook looking to drive, nothing going. Now Hofer tries from three, hits it. 14-4 Oregon, 13:39 left in the first half. We'll see if Zwiefel wants to take an early timeout if things don't go well here on maybe this next Oregon possession. Meanwhile, Tomey leaves it short but got his own miss, put it back up and in. Well, that's how you answer after an Oregon triple. You drive to the hoop and you get a nice one off the window. Cuts the lead to 8 as Erfurth hands off to Hermsdorf. Hermsdorf looking to drive. Now Hook, left wing three on the way. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Jaden Jackson. Gives to Chenoweth. 13:06 left in the first half. MG looking to cut into an 8-point lead. Chenoweth with some space. Overhead pass floats to Jackson. Jackson spins, left of the lane, kicks back out. Now Dean's got it in the corner, far side. Dean looking to drive. Stops left elbow. Looking to get it out. He had to kill his dribble. Chenoweth slings it to Tomey on the right wing. Gives it back to Lucetti. Lucetti now left elbow. Backing his way in. Has to kick it out. Nothing going. And he does find Leach on the wing. Far side is Leach. He'll try a three. Connects. Alex Dean. Bullseye from deep. The lead is down to 5. Hofer's got it. Left wing for Oregon. Back up top it goes to Hermsdorf. 14-9 Oregon, 12:20 left in the first half. Here's Erfurth, gives to Hermsdorf. A drive, leaves it short off the window and the back iron. Tomey the rebound, heads the other way. Tomey a drive to Chenoweth from distance, off the front rim and out, no good. And Oregon will slow things down as they slow walk it across the timeline. Will Schmidt controlling for the Panthers. Gives to Hook, has it over his head, screen from Hermsdorf. Hook a drive, lost it, but right into the hands of Will Schmidt. Schmidt moves to his right, kicks back up top to Hofer. Hofer around Chenoweth, kicks to the corner. Erfurth is there, nearly lost it, does lose it. Dean picks it up, going the other way, 2-on-3. MG does not have numbers. Dean fadeaway J, no good. Rebound will be secured by Hermsdorf. He'll send it way ahead, but Hofer wasn't ready to make a play, so he'll kick it back out. Schmidt in the front court finds Hermsdorf again. Hermsdorf left of the lane, back out to Hook now. Brady Hook trying to get around a screen. He'll find Hermsdorf going up. Tomey rejects it at the rim. The putback also rejected by Tomey. 2 quick blocks for Henry Tomey, the 6'3" junior. How about that from number 24? Slow play from Alex Dean, gives to Jackson now on the far wing. Chenoweth up top with it, finds Tomey again on the right wing. Tomey nothing there, he'll find Lucetti left of the circle. Lost it, gets it back, drives, loses it again. Ball on the floor, whistle, jump ball, arrow Oregon. And into the game will come Hunter Meyer, Henry Toyola, and Carson Shaner. Also in, Oregon makes a few substitutions. They'll sub in Ethan Pagels. Will Schmidt will check out. Also into the game, number 20, Dylan McCarthy for the Panthers. It's Erfurth to inbound, lobs it in, Hook is there, gives it back. Erfurth across the timeline, picked up by Tomey. 10:41 left in the first half. Back out to Hermsdorf it goes. Jackson is picking him up at the top of the circle. Now Erfurth in the wing, on the wing rather. Cross court goes to Hermsdorf, and on the far side, Pagels with it. Ethan Pagels a handoff to Brady Hook. Hook looking for help, nothing going. He'll try and drive in the paint, throws it up, and an unlucky bounce that should have dropped, but it took a bad bounce off the iron. A break for MG. They have a chance to cut it to a one-possession game. Tomey, right wing to Jackson up top with it. Right-hand dribble, he'll hand off to Shaner on the wing. With space now, Meyer doesn't take the three. Tomey in the paint, looks to float one up, too strong off the back iron, grabs his own miss, puts it back up, no, but a foul. Late whistle, they're gonna get Oregon and they're going to get Hermsdorf on the contact there, his first, as Henry Tomey has a chance to earn the points at the charity stripe. First of 2 is good. 14-10 Oregon, 9:54 left in the first half. MG has not yet led in this ball game. Second on the way, Henry Tomey leaves it short, rebound loose on the ground. It'll go to Oregon. Last touch, they say, by Henry Toyola, as Will Schmidt will check back in, who will replace Erfurth. Inbound coming baseline right under the MG basket. Oregon will have to go the full length of the court. Schmidt inbound, taken away by Jackson, but he stepped on the baseline. So Oregon gets it back, as it was almost a great takeaway by the 6'8 freshman. But Schmidt's got it for the Panthers, trying to get it across the timeline. He gets the lob from Brady Hook. Does get it across that midcourt stripe. Right-hand pass. He'll go back to Hook, top of the circle. Hook looking to drive. He'll kick to McCarthy on the far side. Knocked, they'll say Oregon can touch it, and McCarthy picks it back up. On the near side, Pagel's got it, looking to drive. And it goes over to McCarthy. Far side right of the lane. Drive, Hermsdorf draws the contact. He'll shoot 2. Hermsdorf already with 4, but a chance to extend that double-digit scoring streak if he can get a couple more here. And he's got plenty of time to do it. The foul, by the way, is on Henry Tomey. It's his first. First of 2 is good for Braden Hermsdorf. Erfurth will check in, and he will replace Brady Hook. Second free throw coming up now for Hermsdorf. Lets it fly and leaves it to strong Jaden Jackson. Corrals the rebound. Ahead goes Shaner into the MG front court, looking to drive, throws it up and missed the glass. It went off the side of the backboard. Oregon controlling off the rebound. Now Hermsdorf far side with it in the Panther front court. Oregon up 5 with the basketball after the made free throw. Hermsdorf getting bullied, wanted a whistle and missed the shot too long. They're going to get, looks like Erfurth on the putback for the loose ball foul, which is the 3rd Panther foul of the half. Inbound from Lucetti goes to Hunter Meyer. He'll slow walk across the timeline. McCarthy's there to pick him up. Meyer center circle to Lucetti on the far side, looking to extend his 20-point scoring streak. Got a ways to go for that still, but if he can replicate what he did against DeForest a couple nights ago, he'll be well on his way as Jaden Jackson drives to the paint and scores it off the window. 15-12, MG trailing by 3. Oregon with the lead in the basketball as Pagels has it. Far side, cross court goes to Schmidt. Around the horn, back to Pagels it goes. Pagels backing, finds a trailing Schmidt. He'll bank it off the window and good. Shaner controlling. MG down 5 with 8:03 left in the first half. Here's Jenkins. Colton Jenkins to Jackson up top. And a 3-ball misses off the back iron. Hermsdorf goes the other way with it. Cross court finds Erfurth up top for Schmidt. Schmidt back to Erfurth, drives, bounces. Hermsdorf and an errant pass. It was intended for McCarthy. It goes to Hunter Meyer. May have gotten away with a couple extra steps there, but Lucetti has it right of the lane, fading, firing, and off the window and good. How did he get that to drop? It hit the back iron, the window, and went in on an absolutely insane bounce there. Lucetti able to get his first points on the board tonight and cut the lead to 3. As here the other way goes Shaner. Drive off the window too strong. Meyer the offensive glass. Bounces it back out to Lucetti. Oregon turns it over in their front court. Now MG a chance to tie it with a 3. Lucetti lost it, but he got bumped, and it's going to stay with the Silver Eagles. The Oregon crowd not pleased, but the officials rule it against Ethan Pagels, as 4 different Panthers have a foul now. Jenkins back in, and Tomey will check back in for Jaden Jackson as well. 7:02 left in the first half. Oregon 17, Monona Grove 14. Jenkins takes the inbound. Now Dean's got it into Lucetti in the paint, throws it up off the glass. Too strong. That time it was an unlucky bounce off the iron. He wanted a foul call, nothing there. Erfurth slow walk across the timeline for Oregon. He's picked up by Shaner. Moves to the far side. Pagels has it. Pressured up top there by Shaner. Now a drive by Hook. Cross court. And McCarthy turns it over briefly, but Lucetti couldn't hang on, and he knocked it out of bounds. Chenoweth will check back in. Shaner takes his seat. And it looks like it'll be Nolan Erfurth to inbound after this timeout. So Coach Chris Siebert for the Oregon Panthers is going to say, let's talk things over briefly. This will be a 30-second timeout. 6:34 left in the first half. Oregon 17, Monona Grove 14. Well, you may have heard Mr. Willauer mention it. It is Blake Leach's last regular season home game as a Silver Eagle. It is not his last home game, period, though, as next week on Friday, the MG boys basketball squad will host a regional semifinal against the La Follette Lancers. So a crosstown rivalry of sorts. Just up the street is Madison La Follette High School. That should be a fun one. Make sure you tune in next Friday night, 7 p.m. tip, not 7:15. It's a 7 p.m. tip. We'll have all the action for you right here on Monona Community Media, Channel 990, and the Monona Go app. Inbound goes to Schmidt, brings it inside the perimeter. Bounce pass goes now to Hofer. He's doubled right of the lane. Kicks back out. Schmidt will try from distance, and he nestles it home. Well, that's what you want if you're Oregon out of the timeout. And Will Schmidt buries from 3 to give the Panthers a 6-point cushion. 6:10 left in the first half. Lucetti controls it just outside the perimeter. Now Dean's got it on the wing. To Tomey. Up top, stops and kicks to Jenkins. Jenkins to Dean, top of the circle, looking to drive, left elbow. Dean spins, passes to Lucetti. Lucetti trying to get some space on the right wing. He'll find Tomey up top with it. Nothing inside. He'll reset the offense. Now Lucetti a drive again. On the right elbow, he'll give to Chenoweth. Inside feed. Jenkins off the window and good. Nice find from Luke Chenoweth. The lead is down to 4. 20-16 Oregon. 5:33 left till the break. Hofer takes it across the timeline, looking to drive, and he walked with the basketball. Too many steps from Mason Hofer. And MG forces another turnover on the defensive side. Inbound goes to Alex Dean. 5:26 left in the half. Dean slow walk across the timeline, controls with the right hand, gives to Luke Chenoweth on the far side. Now Tomey up top to Jenkins. Bounce pass inside. Lucetti looking to drive. Got fouled going up. He'll shoot a pair as he could not get the shot to drop. The foul is on Will Schmidt. He is the 5th Panther, by the way, to have a foul called against him. Nobody from Oregon has committed multiple fouls, despite the Panthers having 5 in the half. Lucetti no good on the first free throw. 5:12 left in the half. Oregon 20, Monona Grove 16. Lucetti trying to get his 3rd point of the night here, as Jaden Jackson will check in for him if he makes this free throw. Lets it fly and hits. Lucetti's going to come out. No, he won't. It'll be Jenkins checking out, and Jaden Jackson comes back in for him instead. 20-17 Oregon. 5:10 and counting left in the first half. Pass goes to Hermsdorf. He'll get it across the timeline. Erfurth a drive right of the lane. He'll bring it back outside the perimeter. On the near corner, Hofer too strong on the 3. Dean the rebound as it took a bounce right to him. Brings it across the timeline into the MG front court. Dean to Jackson on the right wing. Jaden Jackson, the freshman, will find Tomey up top with it. Henry Tomey looking for help. Back to Dean it goes on the far side. Picked up by the Oregon defense. Now Jackson's got it right of the circle. Jackson to Henry Tomey, looking to drive, spins, fires off the window, no. Rebound, and a foul is called. I believe they're going to get Monona Grove, and are they going to get Lucetti for it, or did they get Tomey? No, they did get Lucetti. First personal for him. Oregon gets the basketball, 4:29 left in the half, with the Panthers leading by 3. Again, they have not trailed at any point in this half, have the Panthers. Mason Hofer across the timeline, nearly threw an errant pass, but is able to hang on to it instead of giving to Schmidt. Now Erfurth kicks back out. Brady Hook is there, spins back out to Nolan Erfurth. Schmidt left wing, inside to Hermsdorf. Hermsdorf back out. Hook's got it, drives against Jackson, got fouled. Did Hook. They're going to get Jackson for the contact coming down on the arm, and Hook is going to get 2 free throws. Chance for Brady Hook to get points number 6 and possibly his 7th as well. Good with the first. He's up to 6 tonight. Shaner checks in. Blake Leach back in here on senior night as Lucetti and Tomey take seats on the bench. 1 free throw for Hook. 4:04 left in the first half. And the free throw is good. 22-17 Oregon. Inbound goes to Luke Chinowit. Final 4 minutes of half number 1. Neither team in the penalty just yet. Chinowit gives to Jackson, looking to drive, backing his way in, floats it off the window, rattles it home. Gets the 2 points right back for MG. It's a 3-point game, 22-19. 3:45 left in the first half. Jackson controlling on defense rather, as Schmidt's got it in the Oregon front court right wing. Now Hofer back to Will Schmidt. Around the horn it goes. Erfurth to Hermsdorf, and now Hofer's got it. Bullies his way into the paint, kicks back out. Schmidt pump fakes on the 3, looking to pass it. Cross court goes to Erfurth. Erfurth a drive in the paint, rejected by Luke Chinowit. Chinowith got that shot out of the way before it got anywhere close to the basket. Erfurth's going to check out for the time being, as back in is Dylan McCarthy. Will Schmidt looking to inbound, lobs it in. Hofer is there. On the near side, picked up by Leach. 3:14 left in the first half. Hofer to Schmidt on the far wing. Shaner picks him up. Now Schmidt spins, right elbow in the paint, bounces, Hook, handoff, and Braden Hermsdorf finds the easy 2 off the glass. 24-19 Oregon, under 3 minutes to play till the break. Chinowith lob pass inside, Jackson a drive, back out to Leach, now cross court, Shaner. Shaner top of the circle finds Alex Dean. Dean looking to go with it. He'll hand off to Chinowith. Chinowith the drive, kick out, Leach to Dean, errant pass. Alex Dean couldn't handle it, and Oregon will take over. Into the game comes Henry Tomey and Evan Lucetti. Luke Chinowith takes a seat. Blake Leach will take a seat for the time being. And Braden Hermsdorf looking to inbound. Hook's got it. Dean guards him. Hook in the paint. Kicks over to Hofer on the left corner. Stops just left of the lane. Hook inside. Hermsdorf throws it up. Short off the rim. Wanted the foul. Nothing called. Lucetti has it across the timeline for MG. Here's Alex Dean. Now Jackson in the left corner. Looking to back his way in. Getting bullied in the paint. Floats it up and in over Braden Hermsdorf. 24-21, Oregon with the lead in the basketball. 2:08 left till the break. And here comes Erfurth, has it taken away, but Lucetti couldn't handle it. Oregon keeps it. Lucetti nearly had the steal. But Schmidt gets a chance to inbound for the Panthers as we approach the final 2 minutes of half number 1. Hook slow jog across the timeline. Picked up by Tomey, left of the circle. Spins in the paint, kick back out to Will Schmidt. Schmidt a right-hand dribble. Hands off. Hermsdorf right of the lane. Spins against Jackson. And he got fouled on the ground. They're going to get Jackson, I think, for a hand check, and they do. And Jackson is actually the first player in this game to have multiple fouls. So Colton Jenkins will check in to replace him. Will Schmidt to inbound, baseline left. Under the Oregon basket. Panthers up 3, lobs it in. Hofer controls near center circle. 1:44 left till halftime. Here's Hermsdorf, left-hand dribble, hands off to Hofer. Mason Hofer up top, drives left elbow. Against Dean, floats it up and in off the glass. Got some space and ran it up and in, did Mason Hofer. 26-21 Oregon. Dean to Tomey now. Tomey looking to drive, nothing there. He'll take it back outside. Now Colton Jenkins in the corner. Moves to his left. Henry Tomey in the corner with it. Driving, kicks. Shaner with some space. He'll find Dean on the wing, and he walks with the basketball. As coming into the game will be, looks like Chenoweth. Back in for Alex Dean. Took a couple of happy steps with the feet, and it results in an MG turnover. Here's Hofer near center circle as we hit the final minute of the first half. Hook a drive right of the lane. Neither team in the penalty, one foul to give for each side. Hook leaves it short, Lucetti the rebound, and a whistle, and a foul will be called. They get Hermsdorf, and he's the first Panther with multiple fouls. Panthers are out of fouls to give here in the first half. 47 seconds remaining. Any Oregon contact will be penalty free throws. Lucetti near center circle with 40 seconds to go. Inside intended for Shaner. Errant pass through the hands of Shaner and out of bounds, as Chenoweth was too high on the rocket there. Hofer to inbound baseline right, 37.5 left, and we start again. Hook pressured in the backcourt by Tomey and Chenoweth. Has to get it across before that 10-second, and a timeout will be taken by Oregon. This will be a full timeout. 30.2 left till halftime. It's Oregon 26, Monona Grove 21. With the timeout, the Panthers are going to get a fresh 10 seconds to get the ball across. They have 3 timeouts available. MG yet to call one. Well, for the start that Oregon had to this game, MG doing a nice job at least hanging with them. See if they can get something going, either heading into the break or maybe coming out of the break into the second half. As leading scorers, at least right now for Oregon, number 3 Brady Hook, number 4 Braden Hermsdorf. Both Hook and Hermsdorf with 7 points apiece. Schmidt and Hofer with 5. And also on the floor for Oregon will be Dylan McCarthy. He has yet to score. For the Silver Eagles, it is Luke Chenoweth with 2, Colton Jenkins with 2, Evan Lucetti with 3, Henry Tomey with 3, and Carson Shaner yet to get on the board. Will Schmidt will take the inbound, baseline right. 30.2 left till the break. Here on this MG senior night. You can see some of the students in the MG students section with Leach's face on their t-shirts. For those of you that were wondering what they might be, as Hofer's pressured by Shaner. 22 seconds left of the half. Hook has it center circle, gives to Hermsdorf on the far wing. Jenkins is there. Now Schmidt has it left of the circle, moves up top, goes to the far side, into Hook. 10 seconds to go. Hook fadeaway jumper, around and out, no good. 6 seconds left. Lucetti into the front court with 4, with 3. Lucetti spins, throws it up. Thought he got fouled. No. Put back Jenkins, no good at the horn. He left it short. And Luke Chenoweth was unable to get the third opportunity up and in before the halftime buzzer. So an exciting end to half number 1. It is Oregon 26, Monona Grove 21 at the break here on senior night. We are back in 10 minutes for the start of our second half of action. Stay tuned. This looks like it's going to be a good one down the stretch for sure. Again, Oregon 26, MG 21 at the break. You're listening to Monona Grove Boys Varsity Basketball. It is halftime here at Monona Grove High School in the regular season finale for the boys Silver Eagles squad. Conference matchup against Oregon, and the Panthers lead at the break 26-21. As for the final time this regular season, we get to hear "I'm shipping up to Boston," signaling the start of our second half of action. Scores at the half: Hermsdorf 7, Hook 7, Hofer 5, Schmidt 5, Erfurth 2 for the Panthers. For MG, of the starters, it's Dean with 5, Lucetti with 3, Colton Jenkins with 2, and Luke Chenoweth with 2. More points for MG for a couple of other scorers as well, as Monona Grove with the arrow at the end of the half will get the first possession to start the second. It'll be Chenoweth to take the inbound. Alex Dean in the backcourt awaits him. Everyone all set to go here in half number 2, and we are back underway. Dean to Colton Jenkins, left of the circle. Now Leach has got it right of the circle, pulls up for mid-range, around and out, no good on the jumper. That was a pretty good look for Leach. Just an unlucky bounce off the left iron. Now Schmidt to Hermsdorf, a drive, floats it up, but no good. Left it short off the glass. Lucetti to the near side. Dean a runner. Now Chenoweth. Bounce pass inside. Colton Jenkins loses it. Leach tried to grab for it. Instead, Hofer goes ahead. Hermsdorf to the cup. Lays it up, but too strong. An unlucky bounce off the back iron. And Leach controls the rebound. Lucetti cross court to Alex Dean. Back underway. Just about 45 seconds here into half number 2. Leach right of the lane. Back out to Chenoweth. Right wing. It goes to Leach again in the corner. Leach around the perimeter. Jenkins up top. Now Dean on the left wing near side. Dean to Chenoweth, back outside with it. And he'll fire a pass to Leach, or rather Chenoweth to Leach. Now Jenkins from 3. He buries it up top. And the lead is down to 2. First points of the second half go to Monona Grove. 26-24 Oregon, 16:42 to play. Brady Hook near side, fires cross court, gets it back from Will Schmidt. They play catch with each other. Schmidt's got it. Back to Hook, top of the circle, to Will Schmidt again. Schmidt now up top with it, hands off. Hook, right of the lane, kicks out, up top, or left of the circle rather. Erfurth to Hofer, who couldn't hit from left corner 3. And the rebound goes to Alex Dean. Dean fires to the far wing. Leach awaits him. Now Chenoweth up top with it. With some space, he'll go to Dean again. The trailing Dean finds Colton Jenkins. Now Leach left elbow. Back out to Lucetti. Lucetti getting bumped left of the lane. He'll fire back up top to Alex Dean, who's left of the circle. Fakes on the 3, gets inside, finds Blake Leach. Inside, off the window and good. And Blake Leach has scored on senior night. Not only that, he has tied this game at 26. 15:41 left in half number 2 as Hook with it left of the circle for Oregon. Gives it back to Erfurth. Now Hofer in the corner, near side. Fires back to Hook. Schmidt inside the paint. It is Erfurth to Hofer again. Hofer inside and out of bounds as Hermsdorf thought he got fouled. Instead, they say the ball was tipped and Oregon will keep. 26 points aside, 15-22 and counting in the second. It's Erfurth to Hook, who slows things down, resets the Oregon offense. On the Eagle wing is Brady Hook. Now to the near side. Erfurth is there. Back to Hook. Into the corner with a foot inside the three-point arc. Hofer goes to Erfurth cross court. Hermsdorf pressured. Back up to the left wing. With it is Hook again. Hofer in the corner. Goes to a driving Hook. Floats it up. Too strong. Jenkins the rebound. Luke Chenoweth, slow jog across the timeline. Jenkins and the Silver Eagles can score to take their first lead of the ball game. Alex Dean to Leach. Now Jenkins in the corner. Back out to Leach with some space. The student section wanted him to shoot it. He will not oblige. Dean right wing with it. Handoff to Jenkins right of the circle. Jenkins fires it to Chenoweth. A drive off the window. Good, and MG's got the lead for the first time tonight. 28-26 Monona Grove, 14-18 to play. Still plenty of time left in this one, especially considering what Oregon did in the first half. Erfurth controls it on the near wing. Into the corner now. Hofer's got it back to Erfurth. Around the horn it goes to Hook. He's guarded by Dean, left of the circle. Inside feed intended for Schmidt, taken away by Alex Dean. MG's got some momentum. A 7-0 scoring run they look to extend. Dean with some space on the right wing. He's against Brady Hook, moves up top with the rock. Now gives to Colton Jenkins. Jenkins left of the circle, pass to Luke Chenoweth. A drive, thought he got fouled, instead loses it right into the hands of Nolan Erfurth. And he'll get the ball back from Will Schmidt as he jogs it across the timeline. 13:31 left to play. Oregon a chance to tie or take the lead back with a 3. Bounce pass inside, Hook goes up, got fouled, he'll shoot 2. They are going to get Colton Jenkins for the blocking foul, jumped into him. And Brady Hook will get a pair of free throws with a chance to tie things up. Got to make both of them to level the score. First one is around and out, no good. Jaden Jackson, Henry Tomey check in for MG to replace Jenkins and Leach. Hofer checks out for Oregon, replaced by Dylan McCarthy. Second free throw now for Brady Hook. Can cut the lead to 1 with 13:24 left. He leaves that one short. Lucetti grabs the rebound. Dean a slow walk as the Silver Eagles move into their front court with the lead and the basketball. Up by 2 over the visiting Panthers. On a 7-0 run over the first 5-ish minutes of this half. Jackson up top with it, goes to Tomey on the far wing. Dean with some space, 1 and 3, won't take it. Left of the lane, he's pressured, has to get it out, finds Tomey. Tomey gets it back outside the perimeter. Now Chenoweth, a right wing 3 on the way, he hit it. Luke Chenoweth, right wing triple, 10-0 scoring run for the Silver Eagles, and they've taken a 5-point lead over the Panthers. A 10-0 run over the past 5:20. Oregon looks to break it. Erfurth. The Panthers have yet to score in this half. Erfurth now to McCarthy in the corner. He answers back. From distance, I might add, the lead is 2. Oregon breaks the ice in the second half, and the lead is down to 2 points, 31-29. Jaden Jackson to Alex Dean. Crowd is quieting down a little bit as Erfurth knocks the pass out of bounds. Shaner checks in. Dean checks out as Pagels will check in for Oregon to replace Brady Hook. 12:15 to play. Monona Grove 31, Oregon 29. Errant pass, and it's taken away by Pagels. Nearly taken back by the Silver Eagles, but Oregon able to control it into their front court. Another chance to take the lead, and Dylan McCarthy bounces the 3-pointer off the rim and onto the support. By rule, out of bounds goes to Monona Grove with 12 minutes remaining, and the Silver Eagles up 2. Here's Carson Shaner. Tomey, right of the circle. A drive in the paint, spins, fires, hits. Henry Tomey hits the floater, and the spin-around jumper makes it 33-29. The points were given to the wrong team, but I believe the graphic on your screen should be correct. With 11:35 left in the second half, 33-29, Monona Grove with the lead. Erfurth controlling it, bounces it inside, and Hermsdorf may have gotten bumped as he went up. The shot was altered on the way up. Jackson nearly was called for basket interference as he struck the backboard. They ruled an attempt to block a shot. Now Henry Tomey, good from distance to up the lead to 7 points, and that will force an Oregon timeout. Henry Tomey, left of the circle, triple, buries it, and it's a 15-3 scoring run for the Silver Eagles over the first 6 minutes and 57 seconds of half number 2. Well, some exciting MG playoff action tomorrow. First off, the girls basketball team will travel to Madison Memorial High School in the 7-10 matchup. It's a girls basketball round of 64/regional semifinal as we've reached the postseason in the girls side of the sport. MG looking to win there and advance to another regional final. They fell last year in the regional final against Edgewood. They're looking to get back and avenge that third round loss. Also tomorrow night, boys hockey sectional final as the Silver Eagle boys hockey team will take on Edgewood, the top seed of the sectional, at Verona Ice Arena. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And for that game, you can check out the Monona Grove Silver Eagle Hockey YouTube channel. If they have the capability, they will be streaming that game for free. Oregon takes the inbound. 11 minutes or so left in half number 2. As this crowd very excited for some playoff action. MG looking to avenge their sectional final loss to McFarland last year in the hockey department. Getting fouled underneath the Oregon basket, Ethan Pagels. He'll step to the line for 2 shots as Jaden Jackson called for the contact. That's his third. First free throw coming up for Ethan Pagels, and it's good. Yeah, Monona Grove, the 3 seed, defeated Sun Prairie United on Tuesday night in the 2-3 sectional semifinal. Final there, 4-1 Silver Eagles. Very nice win for the club. Second free throw around and out, no good for Pagels. Remains a 36-30 game. MG with the lead in the basketball. A 15-4 scoring run over the opening 7:15 of this half. Jackson right of the lane in some foul trouble with 3 against him. A drive from Hunter Meyer, and he got bumped along the baseline. Draws the first Oregon foul of this half. It is on Brady Hook. That's his second. Lucetti to inbound, baseline left. Looking, lobs it into Tomey. Henry Tomey on the right wing with some space now. Looking for some help, nothing going for him. Here's Hunter Meyer for 3, left it short, rebounded by Hermsdorf, and he'll send it ahead. McCarthy, a drive left of the lane, kicks to Hook on the right corner, cross court, floats it up, no, putback is there for Braden Hermsdorf. Lead down to 4 points, 36-32 Monona Grove. A 15-6 MG scoring run to open this half. Here's Carson Shaner, left of the lane drives, kicks to Lucetti in the right corner. On the far side, Lucetti a spin move. Getting bullied right of the lane, kicks up top. Jackson will try from distance, lets it fly. He hit it. Jaden Jackson, the freshman, buries from deep yet again. He may be a big man, but he can shoot from distance as well. 39-32, MG with the lead, Oregon with the basketball. 9:32 left in the half. Hermsdorf underneath, lays it up and in for Oregon. Lead is down to 5. 17-8 is the scoring, or rather 18-8 is the MG scoring run. Jackson getting bullied, goes up and gets fouled. He'll get a pair of free throws on the contact from Braden Hermsdorf, which is his third. They may bring him out with 9:17 left. We'll see what Coach Siebert thinks about the situation as Jackson eyes the rim. First of 2 free throws is up and around and out, no good. MG sends in a couple of substitutes. Alex Dean, Luke Chenoweth, Colton Jenkins back in. Carson Shaner will check out along with Evan Lucetti. And looks like Hunter Meyer is done for the time being as well. Jackson's second free throw lets it fly, and that one's no good as well. Took a bad bounce off the back iron. Rebounded by the Panthers. They go the other way. 9:10 left to play. Panthers are down 5. Looking to make it a 1-possession ball game on this trip. Here comes Pagels, inside feed. McCarthy back out. Erfurt stops inside the paint. Back out it goes to McCarthy in the left wing. He brings it just inside the perimeter. Gets it back from Hook. Now a drive. Erfurt's got it on the far side. Moves to the wing. Up top, Hook will reset the offense. Gets it back, Pagels. Now Hook for three, good. Top of the circle. Brady Hook hits the triple. He's up to 10 points, and Oregon's back within 2. Here's Henry Tomey right of the lane. Hands off to Colton Jenkins outside. Tomey a drive. Floater, good. Henry Tomey up to 10 points himself. Timeout taken by Coach Dan Zwiefel of Monona Grove. Gives his team a chance to talk things over briefly. 8:22 left in the second half. Monona Grove 41, Oregon 37. Varsity squad trying to complete the trifecta. JV 1, JV 2 won earlier. So varsity trying to complete the sweep of Oregon here on the Silver Eagles home floor. As we are just about ready to get things underway once again. 5 on the floor for Monona Grove. Luke Chenoweth, Alex Dean, Colton Jenkins, Jaden Jackson, and Henry Tomey. For Oregon, it's Nolan Erfurt, Brady Hook, Braden Hermsdorf, Dylan McCarthy, and Ethan Pagels. Oregon basketball after the MG score and the timeout. It'll be Pagels to inbound, baseline left. Panthers move to our right in the second half as we see it. As Hook bounces it ahead, Erfurt will get the offense going for the Panthers. Gets it back to Hook. Now Erfurt controls left of the circle. Cross court from Hermsdorf to Hook. McCarthy in the corner. A drive. Rejected at the cup by Henry Tomey. He skies up and knocks it back into the hands of Alex Dean. Chance for MG to extend the advantage. Blake Leach back into the game for MG. Now Henry Tomey. A drive. Wanted a foul call going up. The officials will say the defender was in legal guarding position, and now Oregon has a chance to cut in the deficit again. Inside feed, floater, around and out from Ethan Pagels. That went halfway down before it popped back out again. 7.5 minutes to go in regulation. Henry Tomey, cross court, Colton Jenkins with some space on the far wing. As in the corner, Blake Leach tries to drive, nothing there. Alex Dean around a screen. Takes a shuffle to his left, and Blake Leach got bumped right of the lane. They're going to get Hook. That's his third. And Oregon with 3 fouls in the half. Evan Lucetti will check in. Colton Jenkins will take a seat for the time being. Silver Eagles will inbound underneath their basket. Baseline left. As Lucetti lobs in, Henry Tomey to Alex Dean. Gives to Leach now. Back to Dean on the far side. Dean approaches the three-point arc, gives to Tomey in the corner. Tomey looking for help. Starts a dribble. Back up top it goes to Dean. Alex Dean on the left elbow, moves it back outside the perimeter, resets the offense. Handoff to Chenoweth, who draws the close guard from McCarthy. Now inside feed, Leach off the window, too strong. An unlucky bounce off the right iron yet again for Leach. And going the other way is Brady Hook. Gets it back from Erfurt, top of the circle. Now goes back to Nolan Erfurt. He stops there, hands back to Hook, they play catch. McCarthy in the corner, inside, Pagels nearly had it taken away. Almost lost it again, he does lose it again, and Dean picks it up this time. Silver Eagles force another turnover. Have a chance now to extend the lead, and with that, they're gonna get Hook for another foul for impeding the progress of Alex Dean, and now Hook's got 4 fouls. So he's going to stay out there for the time being, as it's Pagels and McCarthy that take seats on the bench. It's the starting 5 out there for Oregon. So Hofer, Erfurt, Hook, Hermsdorf, and Schmidt. Lucetti controls top of the circle for Monona Grove. They're up 4 points with 6:08 left in the second half. Tomey finds a trailing Shaner. Floater is good. Carson Shaner hits from 7 feet out. 43-37 MG, just under 6 minutes to go. Slow walk from Hofer across the timeline. Brady Hook's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls. 1 more and his night is done. as Erfurth controls, pressured by Tomey. Now Schmidt in the paint, doubled, kicks back out. Erfurth into the corner, Hofer a drive, and taken away, intended for Hook. It goes to Tomey. Tomey into the MG front court. Leading by 6 are the Silver Eagles. 43-37. Chenoweth, right corner 3. Off the front rim, no good. Rebound secured by Hermsdorf. And he'll hand off to Hofer. MG eases up on the press. 5:17 left in regulation. It goes to Hofer on the far side, gives back to Hook. Hook inside. Schmidt driving. And a foul will be called. I believe they're going to get Evan Lucetti for... They get him for a hold. I thought maybe it was going to be a blocking foul, but he must have grabbed the armor of somebody as Brady Hook takes the inbound, able to sky it off the glass and good. Cuts the lead to 4. Chenoweth ahead into the MG front court. Jackson left wing. Back in for the Silver Eagles. Now Henry Tomey, handoff from Shaner to Jackson. Pump fake on the 3. He'll hand off instead to Tomey. Left wing Henry Tomey to Chenoweth, gives it back to him. Henry Tomey, lob inside. Evan Lucetti puts it on the deck, floats it up. No. A bad roll for Lucetti, but he did get fouled. And they will get Erfurth, which is his second personal foul. Oregon now out of fouls to give with that contact as Lucetti's got a chance to add a couple more. He hits the first of 2. Alex Dean will check in. Chenoweth out for the time being. 4:38 left in half number 2. Monona Grove 44, Oregon 38. Second free throw is over the front rim and good for Evan Lucetti. 45-38 MG. 7-point lead. Oregon in the penalty with their next foul. Here's Brady Hook playing with 4 personals. Has it right of the circle. Shoots it to Hofer. Cross court from Hermsdorf. Back to Brady Hook. He's right of the circle again. Now Hofer gives it back to him. Looking for something as they'll double the ball handler, will MG's defense. Schmidt inside, bounce pass to Hermsdorf, back out. Hook tries a right wing 3, that's good. The deficit cut in half with that triple from Brady Hook, 45-42 MG, as Hook's got 15 points. Brady Hook, I believe, is the second leading scorer for Oregon behind Hermsdorf, as the Oregon student section starting to make themselves known. Shaner will try to answer. Got it! Book it for Carson Shaner. The lead is back to 6, and Carson has gotten himself to 5 points on the night with that 3 ball. Coach Zwiefel very energized with that 3-pointer to say the least, as Hook controls with the left. Gives to Hofer, far side. Back to Hook it goes, right of the circle. 3:25 left in regulation. Schmidt got fouled going up. And was that on Lucetti again? Yes, it was. They're going to give continuation to Will Schmidt. He'll get 2 shots. His initial shot was no good, but he did draw the contact. So Will Schmidt is going to have a chance to cut this game to 4. He's got to make this one and leaves it 2 strong. Off the back iron and out. 48-42, Monona Grove with the lead. 3:23 remaining in regulation. Second free throw on the way. Good this time for Will Schmidt. Lead is 5 points. 48-43. Still plenty of time left in this one by any standard. Dean over now to Shaner. Back up top. Dean's got it for MG. Looking for help. Timeout called by Coach Zwiefel. And I like that timeout a lot. Just gives them a chance to take a breath, talk things over, make sure they're all on the same page for the final 3 minutes and 12 seconds of regulation here in this regular season finale. Also gives them a chance to get some good momentum heading into the postseason next week, as MG will avoid the play-in round on Tuesday. They'll get a chance to go right to the round of 64, and they will host, as we mentioned, we'll be on the air next Friday night at 7 p.m. with coverage of MG versus La Follette in the D1 playoffs. Evan Lucetti up to 5 on the night, but Henry Tomey, double digits for the Silver Eagles, as well as Jaden Jackson adding 9 points. Luke Chinowitz got 7 to his name. As we mentioned, Carson Shaner up to 5 with his latest 3. For Oregon, it's Hook with 15, Hermsdorf with 11, Schmidt with 6, Ethan Pagels with 1 from a free throw, and Mason Hofer's got 5 for the Panthers. Erfurt's got at least 2. We have to see his name up on the, or see his number up on the scoreboard here. We'll give you an updated number when we can, as Lucetti lobs the inbound into Alex Dean, back underway with 3:09 and counting left in the second half. Dean sets the offense up. Shaner top of the circle. Handoff to Tomey, who nearly lost it. Tomey pressured on the far side. He's picked up by Brady Hook. Right-hand dribble, Henry Tomey. Takes it back outside the perimeter to Alex Dean near midcourt. 2:50 to play. Dean spinning. Up top with it still. He'll find Jackson on the wing. Jaden Jackson to Shaner. On the left elbow, brings it back outside the arc. He'll try and drive, stops in the paint, and he drew a whistle and a foul. They'll get Mason Hofer for it, and that puts Oregon into the penalty. It should be, oh no, that foul was the 6th. That's why. And Oregon will foul again, so it'll be a 1-and-1 this time. The foul on Will Schmidt, and the shooter will be Jaden Jackson. So they accidentally put an extra foul up on the scoreboard, but Oregon now at 7 fouls. They're in the penalty, as the foul on Schmidt is his second. Jaden Jackson with the penalty, 1-and-1, the front end of which is up and good. He earns the bonus. 49-43, Monona Grove with the lead. 2 minutes, 34 seconds left in regulation. Back end of the 1-and-1 here for Jaden Jackson. He has 10 points with his latest make and can make it 11. Does so. Cashes in on both free throws. MG gets to 50. 50-43, 2.5 minutes remaining. Here's Brady Hook, right of the circle with it. Coach Zwiefel gets the MG student section involved. Erfurth in the corner, cross court to Hofer. Quick pass goes to Hermsdorf on the left wing. Back up top. Hofer's got it. Left-hand dribble. Hook's there. Now Erfurth hands to Hofer again. They'll pass it around. Hofer looking to drive. 2:02 left in regulation. Erfurth nearly lost it. Hook to Hofer in the corner. 3, got it, count it, and a foul. And all of a sudden, Mason Hofer has a chance to make it a 1-possession game with a 4-point play opportunity. How about this for drama? Lucetti, by the way, guilty of the contact. That's his 4th. Free throw is good from Mason Hofer, 50-47. And all of a sudden, we're seeing flashbacks to last January when Strictly B-Ball was here and the Panthers and Silver Eagles went into overtime. That game, Oregon had Vaughn Carvalha, and he put up 39 points against Monona Grove. Over half of Oregon's scoring was Vaughn. They don't have him tonight. Lucetti, left wing, drives to the paint, off the window and good for Evan Lucetti. He performs well in the clutch, and he comes up with it again. 90 seconds to go. 5-point MG lead. It's Hook, right of the circle. Gives to Hofer. Back to Hook now, top of the circle. A drive. Schmidt floats it up. No, Tomey the rebound. 75 seconds left. Slow walk across from Henry Tomey. Trying to get something going before he inevitably gets fouled. And Tomey able to float it up and in. He hits the runner. He'll take the 2 points without the foul any day of the week. 55 seconds left. Oregon down 7. And Chinowith is going to be guilty of a foul here as he hit the arm of, I believe, Hook. Now MG is out of fouls to give. They're going to sub Carson Shaner back into the game. The MG student section seems to think this one is over. Newsflash, it is not by any means. Hofer's got it right at the circle inside. Hermsdorf off the window and good. And Coach Siebert will say, get back on defense. Clock is running, and a timeout taken by Zwiefel for MG. 32nd timeout. He had 3 available. That'll be his 3rd of the game. So both teams with 2 timeouts available. It is 54-49. Monona Grove has the lead over Oregon, as both teams talk things over for the final seconds or so. MG will be in the penalty with their next foul. Oregon is in the penalty with 7 team fouls. So we are shooting the rest of the way. 44.4 on the game clock. It's going to come down to the final buzzer, as it almost always does in a game like this at the end of the season. MG will inbound after the Oregon basket. Henry Tomey to do the honors. He'll be allowed to run the baseline. Tomey looking, lobs it ahead. Chenoweth has it, and he scoops to the hoop. No on the shot, but he did draw the foul. So a chance for MG to get those points back, as 42 seconds remain on the clock. The foul on Oregon is the team's 8th, and yeah, this is going to be 2 shots. They're going to give him continuation. First free throw for Chenoweth is good. 55-49 is the score. 42 seconds remaining, as both teams will make some substitutions. Checking out of the game is Pagels. 55-49. Chenoweth, second free throw, good as well. 41.4 remaining, and the clock has not started. There it goes. Hook, now pass to Hofer. 2, long 2, they say. That's no good. Jaden Jackson lets it go out of bounds. MG will have it, 34.2 in regulation. Shaner checks in. Jackson's going to check out. 56-49 is the score, as Henry Tomey will look to inbound. Needs help. That's to lob it in. He does call timeout. Silver Eagles have 2 available. Tomey avoids the 5-second violation. And this will be a... Now let's see what they put up here. For now, we're going to assume it's a 30-second timeout. If that changes, we'll inform you. But MG will have it far sideline right. They have 1 timeout available should they need it. 34.2 left on the game clock. Monona Grove 56, Oregon 49. Both teams will be in the penalty the rest of the way, as this must be a full timeout. They haven't sounded the warning horn yet. Usually they put the timer on the scoreboard, but they haven't done so yet for this timeout. So both teams will continue to talk things over. Luchetti's up to 7 points. Henry Tomey has 12 for the Silver Eagles. Blake Leach has 2. Luke Chenoweth has 8. Alex Dean still with 5. For Oregon, it's Brady Hook and Braden Hermsdorf who lead the way. Hook's got 15. Hermsdorf has 13. So MG with 1 timeout left, and now they have finally started the timeout clock. Inbound goes to Alex Dean. It was knocked out of bounds, they say, off of Dean. And Jaden Jackson is going to come back in, as will Brady Hook. So some chaos on the inbound pass. They say off of Alex Dean. Oregon gets it back down 7. Inbound goes to Hook. 31 seconds and counting here. Hook nearly taken away. Now Dean controls it. He has it in the front court. And Oregon will be forced to foul if they want any chance here. They finally do. They stop the clock at 20 and a half seconds. A lot of time just got eaten off the clock as the foul is against Hermsdorf. He's got no more to give. That was his fourth. One more, his night is done, but it likely won't matter at this point, as Dean has a 1-1. 56-49 is the score. Front end for Dean. Over the front rim and good. 57-49 now. 20.5 left on the game clock. Lucetti's going to check in if Dean can make this free throw. He didn't sub in quite fast enough. Back end for Dean, good. And now Chenoweth, or rather not Chenoweth. Chenoweth will check out. It'll be Evan Lucetti to come in for the final few seconds here. 9-point MG lead as they have outscored Oregon by 14 points here in the second half thus far. Hook kicks to McCarthy, near wing three ball on the way, no good, too short. Henry Tomey the rebound. Oregon will not foul, and it looks like MG is going to end their regular season with a victory. Tomey across the timeline holds the rest of the clock out, and the final horn will sound with MG victorious on senior night. Tonight's final score is Monona Grove 58, Oregon 49, as the Silver Eagles extend their winning streak. Let's see here. They extended to 3 games, winning their last few against DeForest last week, Wanakee on Monday, and now the Oregon Panthers tonight. And they'll have to wait and see what the results from Wanakee DeForest and Watertown Beaver Dam are to see who ends up as Badger Large Conference champions in the 25-26 season. A very exciting end tonight as Monona Grove outscores Oregon 37-23 in half number 2, and they get a 9-point conference victory. They will head into the postseason with a final record of 15-9. Oregon enters 14-10. Well, we thank you all for watching this season. And again, be sure to tune in next Friday. We've got coverage of Monona Grove versus La Follette in round 2 of the WIAA D1 boys basketball playoffs. Silver Eagles the 7 seed, the La Follette Lancers the 10 seed. It should be a good one. It's right here on Monona Community Media's YouTube channel, as well as Channel 990 and the Monona Go app. Once again, tonight's final, Monona Grove 58, Oregon 49. For Brennan Hekimovich, Will Nimmo, and the entire rest of the AV crew, this is Parker Hagan signing off, saying hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next week. It's playoff time.